let's get to it, fellas. Ja Morant's situation in Memphis. Mike, what you got about that, bro? What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, he's a great player. But as a player, would you want that coming to your team? You know what I mean? If you have to get told something, it's okay. I mean, to me, it's okay for the superstar. I mean, the coach has to show a face to where it's like, hey, I could get on the superstar as much as I could get on the last man. I can't just never get on the superstar. I mean, I don't really know the full extent to what happened. When you start going out the huddle and, not being with your team no matter the process or whatever, I mean, I don't know if I would want to take that in. You know what I mean? I like to look at around with teams because when something will go wrong, adversity hits, you're going to sit there and be like, okay, is he going to act like this again when things don't go right again? And we're going to have to do all that shit. So, I mean, that's the way I look at it. I mean, I look at it like, man, toughen up and just play. He's a great player. Just go out there, play, listen to the coach. I mean, you're still a superstar of the team. Go out there and play.
I'll tell you this. It's over in Memphis for him. As far as I think he's worn not that coach out, and that coach has worn him out, but also think that the fan base is worn out from all of the incidents. It's one thing after another with him. So what do you do with that? Like, if you were an organization, okay, so I'm going to speak from an organizational standpoint. If I'm sitting there as an organization, I'm looking like, okay, who has stockpiled a lot of draft picks? And who will want to take him on? That's a good question. I know there's one place I would probably say that's for sure purgatory in the NBA, and that's the Washington Wizards, right? And I'm quite sure that
I was there for a little bit. You ain't lying. You're not lying.
Yeah, so I'm quite sure they got some draft picks, but they do have Sarr. So you probably could sell a bill of goods and say, hey, put him together with Sarr.
Hell no. He go there. That's
Chocolate
the end.
City.
That's the end. You go there.
Chocolate City. Look, though, it's Chocolate City, so he'll feel comfortable there. You know what I mean? You got Sarr.
That's a different kind of Chocolate City. That's a different. Washington's a different than the South.
No, I understand that, but then look at this though. You have Sarr, you have C.J. McCollum, and then you could get some young players with expiring contracts. If I'm Memphis, this is what I would do. I would call them and say, hey, are you interested? Try to get some young expiring, one or two young players, a expiring contract for a guy that could come in and give us some help right away, and some draft picks for Ja so the money can match up. But at the end of the day, like, it's got to be if he wants to be there and if he wants to play wherever he's at. Obviously, it's clear cut that he doesn't want to be in Memphis, and he's not happy being in Memphis. So what do you do from there? You know what I mean? Do you cater to the player if you're the organization, or do you look out for the organization's best interest? And I think if I'm the organization, I'm looking out for our best interest. If I'm a player, obviously, I'm looking out as a former player, looking out for the best interest of the player. And I don't know where that would be. I don't know who would want that.
Yeah, but who do you think would want to take that on? You know what I mean? Like I said, he's a great player. I was 20-some points.
Washington.
Yeah, but Washington, there ain't much after Washington. A lot of people went to Washington, and that means it's almost over.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's probably the
none could bring that back. None could bring Washington back.
Okay, so look, so where could he go?
I'm not even know.
Trade.
I don't even.
Yeah, Cleveland. That's what I'm saying. Washington is the only thought in my head because I seen what Washington put out on the floor the other night against the Celtics, and it was like, damn, they need a whole lot, right? And at that point, if you're the Wizards, you're just looking to say, how do we put some asses in the seats? You know what I mean? What can we do? How do we make a splash? You know what I'm saying? That's the only question. You been seeing what Luka been doing, man? That motherfucker been killing.
Mm-hmm.
In shape, Luka is a total different Luka.
But even
right now,
even when he wasn't in shape, he was a killer.
Yeah, but he a different killer now. You see, he getting
Yeah.
steals. He playing defense. He's sliding his feet a little better. He right now to me is the leading candidate for MVP. But let me ask you this: what happens when Bron comes back?
But look, the same thing that happens with Reaves. You got Reaves out there. Reaves came to Sacramento hitting for 50.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I mean, like, where does he go? How does his production stop after LeBron comes back? Then you got Luka that has to get his stuff. Like, is he going to be able to cherry pick at the little stuff that he was getting before? Because right now he's the man. You know, with the guys that are out, you know, even DeAndre Ayton's killing right now too. He came in and had 20, I think 20-something to 10 when he came here. But they were looking good at a certain point. But they never. Is LeBron going to come back? That's the question. Hey,
I think he got to come back.
That's why you say that,
I think
Ty.
the media, man, because it's too much pressure for him not to just sit and do nothing.
He's sitting,
Right, the team
he's
is
sitting
playing
over there
well,
chilling,
but-
Ty. He's sitting over there chilling on the bench.
Do you think he was really hurt?
I don't know. I don't want to speak on nothing that I don't know nothing
Can't speak
about.
on
Yeah,
nothing.
Yeah,
I don't know nothing about that. So,
Yeah, that was a setup question. My bad.
but he doesn't look worried. I tell you that.
Yeah. Big facts.
So this the thing, Mike. What I was gonna say about when him and Luka come back. So think about LeBron his whole career. He's been the system.
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't been a system that he had to fit in. He was the system, and everybody had to fit in that system. Luka is now the system. And so what does LeBron do? Is LeBron going to be cool with playing in a dunker spot at times? Is he going to be cool with just being, spot up in the corner at times while Luka's doing what he's doing? I think
No.
that might be a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
And because Austin Reaves, you was talking about Austin Reaves been playing off guys.
Mm-hmm.
He just had an opportunity to be the man for a couple games.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But he's been knowing how to play off those two type of guys that play like that. So how is that dynamic going to work when LeBron comes back is really the question to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
What do you think,
I don't see LeBron taking a backseat to Luka. This is LeBron's probably next to last year. He probably got 2 more years left. But this is what we all talked about when the trade first happened. And now that new car smell is gone, and now people are kind of settling into their roles. And Luka needs the ball. No doubt about it. Luka is ball dominant, but so is Bron. So I think you stagger them, and you have sets for them early on, but you stagger them with their subs, and then in the fourth quarter, you go with who's hot. That's the only thing that JJ can do besides put LeBron
you can't have one of them on the bench in the fourth quarter.
Correct.
They both got to be out there though.
Correct.
I mean, you still got to see, but you still got to see how they gel. With the new Luka, the in-shape Luka, the older LeBron. You got to see how they gel. They haven't played a game this season yet, so I mean, just look and see how they play. It might work. You never know until you get out there on the court and see.
Yeah,
that's facts.
Think about this. Think about LeBron in the weak side corner or the weak side wing, and now this pick and roll action. Luka passing the ball to LeBron with people closing out to him. So playing off the ball isn't a bad thing. It's
But would you really? But would you close out to him though?
Huh?
But would you close out to him like that if you're helping off Luka? Are you going to really close out to him to be scared of that 3-point shot, or are you going to sit there and bait him into taking those shots?
Yeah, you're gonna make them shots.
I don't think you can just give him those dare shots though. Like he's still LeBron James. Now let's not trip. And the only reason they're helping is because the roller is happening. DeAndre has to roll. Jackson Hayes has to roll hard. And when that happens, that weak side is butt naked, whether it's Austin Reaves or LeBron.
But you got to understand too, Ty. You got to
Nobody's gonna
understand
leave
too.
LeBron's body though.
But you got to understand too, being a spot up shooter, and dribbling off the three and getting your own three is two totally different games.
Two different type of games for sure.
When you got to sit there and wait, ball comes to you and you got to be ready to shoot, that's a whole different ball game to where you're handling. I got the dribble, sidestep shot. That's a two totally different things.
That's true.
I don't think LeBron
easier, right?
No,
I don't.
It's
Two different type of rhythms.
Mm-hmm.
You could put yourself into a rhythm to get your shot off because I'm going here. I could shift his body, but then if you're just standing in the corner, you don't know when you're gonna get it sometimes. And then all of a sudden, okay, here come the ball. You got to be ready to shoot that. And a lot of times, you might catch a grenade.
Yeah, but
When you catch that grenade, you got to do something with
throw that thing right back.
Oh no, then you're gonna get shot clock violation.
Who cares? I ain't taking that missed field goal. No.
I'm gonna take that shot because I feel like I'm gonna make that thing.
Yeah.
Shit.
See, but I've been in both situations before, and it's two totally different things. Like Eddie, I became more of a spot up shooter when I went to Miami, and it was totally different than when I was in Sacramento, in Atlanta, just the way I was moving. And at least in Atlanta, I was setting screens and popping and doing that stuff. In Miami, it was a lot of standing on the wing, standing in the corner, and getting, a couple shots, 2 or 3 shots. So
Get in where you fit in, basically.
Yeah. Think about this, though. I would say, and you guys correct me, 65 to 70% of basketball is in transition. Is that fair? 60%, maybe 65?
That's a high. I think that might be a high number.
In transition now. I mean, after a missed shot, or even
because in transition, a lot of times, everybody just don't push it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I like teams. To be honest with you, I like teams that play out of random.
Yeah.
Especially off of missed shots because there is no you can't game plan for that. You don't know. A quick dribble handoff, another quick pass. Here comes a pick and roll right here. A dive, a guy in the dunker corner. All that happens just organically. So I like the random.
Yeah.
But for the most part, a lot of teams, they don't play out of random like that unless they feel like they have numbers. Then they're going to push it.
A bunch of them play out of early offense. And typically that early offense, that ball moving from side to side. So to the point we made earlier about LeBron being on the weak side, that's more or less in half-court situations. Or he's catching the ball at the elbow isoing. And so I don't think LeBron will be off the ball as we may think. You know what I'm saying? Because he is LeBron and he's a matchup problem.
Luka can't play off the ball like that. Luka has to have the ball.